I just pulled a farmer? Oh, I just pulled William Wallace.
I am William Wallace.
Is he any good? How can I best use him? Let's find out. Hey guys, Rooster here. I'm about to tell you everything you need to know about William Wallace in 6 minutes. Let's get into it. William Wallace, usually referred to in-game as WW, is one of the harder heroes to pull and is available in Season 1. Let's quickly go over his stats and main skill before we dive into how best to use him. Here we have his stats page. Most notable is the high attack, high defense, and high AGI. In fact, he has the best all-around stats in the game. And here we have his main skill. In short, he has a 35% chance each turn to deal damage to all 3 opposing heroes. His skill will also inflict heal block, which stops them from healing for the turn. Not only that, but whilst heal block is on them, every time they attempt to heal, their defense stats will be temporarily decreased until heal block wears off. This means that all our attack damage will deal more damage than normal during this time. Another cool thing to note about his main skill is that it has a range of 5. So it is capable of reaching the opposing captain whilst Wallace is at our captain slot. How do we best make use of Wallace? In Season 1, William Wallace can be used in both survival armies and burst damage armies. He is almost always played at the captain spot since his main skill has a range of 5 and he is capable of dealing a lot of damage. Since William Wallace's main skill stops the opponent heroes from healing and lowers their defense upon attempting to receive healing, it is best to try deal predominantly attack damage to our opponents, as defense stats lower attack damage coming in. Whilst the opponent's defense stats are reduced, all our attack damage will deal more damage to the targets than usual. Where should I use Wallace? If you're opting to run Wallace in a survival army, he can go with any support hero at center, such as Caesar, Sun Tzu, Sun Duk, or Queen Dido. Other support heroes can work too. Mark Antony, Oda, Meng Tian, Sejong, or any other vanguard you have can work well at the vanguard position in a survival army like this. Wallace, however, would prefer to be in a burst damage army. Since his main skill has a low trigger rate, we need a hero that can increase the rate. Currently only Joan and Queen Gudit are capable of increasing his trigger rate. Joan is one of the 4 peerless heroes in the game, so she is incredibly difficult to pull. Queen Gudit, on the other hand, is quite easy to pull, but is only available in Season 2. If you are lucky enough to have either of these two, then you'd ideally like to put a high AGA hero with a powerful damage dealing active main skill alongside them. Since Wallace lowers the opponent's defense stats, this secondary damage dealer would benefit greatly from being an attack stated hero. El Cid is by far the best secondary damage dealer for this role, since he is a high AGI attack hero. If you don't have El Cid, you could use either Crushing Blow or Preemptive Strike on the secondary damage dealer to make up for its lower AGI. Is Wallace part of a bond? Wallace is part of the El Campeador bond, alongside Joan and El Cid. The bond includes 2 heroes that I've already mentioned as being good to play alongside Wallace. So the added 10% damage from the bond effect is really just a nice little added bonus to an army you would already be wanting to run with Wallace. The bond does extremely well against survival armies, as they usually include a lot of heal. I'll be putting out a video for each bond, so be sure to check those out. And as always, I'll chuck the link to my El Campeador bond video in the description below once it's uploaded. How should I assign his stats? Wallace is almost always spec'd to full attack. As for AGI, he already has very high AGI, with only a few cavalry heroes able to compete with him for the first attack. If you do find yourself in a meta with lots of Ottos, Richards, or Wallaces, you can add a couple AGI points to ensure you always go first. What skills should I give Wallace? Since Wallace is a high attack hero and has a main skill with a range of 5, the best skills to put on him are attack damage skills that also have a range of 5. Meteor Shot and Ever Victorious are the only attack damage skills with a range of 5 in Season 1. If you don't have them, any active damage skill can work. All Out Assault, Arrow Storm, Last Resort, Retaliate, or one of the purple active damage skills. If you are lucky enough to have Joan to run with him, you can give him Unbeatable Warrior to take advantage of the large amount of damage his main skill can do with the extra trigger attempt. Is Wallace any good? In Season 1, he is strong as a survival captain and alongside Joan in a burst damage army. In Season 2, he is only really strong in PvP when paired with either Joan or Gudit. He becomes a top hero in any meta that has a lot of survival armies, as he is the very best at counter and heal. Before we get to the rating, please leave a like below if you have found this video helpful in any way. It really helps my channel grow as well as the Civ community. It only takes 1 second of your time. Much appreciated. Overall, I'd rate him powerful. He is one of the best heroes in the game at destroying survival armies. He has a unique title from the museum, which is a reasonable title, as is his purple title called Perceptive, which gives him immunity to silence for the first turn. His first tier unique title, obtained from promoting him using an extra copy of Wallace, is extremely powerful, extending the heal block by a turn, allowing the opponent's defense stats to drop even further. Wallace's retire skill is Unbeatable Warrior. I'll be putting out a video for each gold skill, so be sure to check those out, and as always, I'll chuck the link to my Unbeatable Warrior video in the description below once it's uploaded. That's it for this spotlight. Be sure to like and subscribe, and tell me in the comments which hero you'd like me to do next.